What you got there?
Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I'm Dave, for those of you that don't know me, and today I'm going to talk you around about what's been happening in the Mahker workshop, what we have been doing, and very in-depthly been doing. So, right, this here is Project Hamish. This car is destined for America eventually, and I'll give you a little lowdown on what's been happening. So this engine has been taken out, the whole car has been totally stripped to bits. This car came to us, and it looked immaculate. When Greg sent it down to me, I looked at it and I thought, that car's really tidy. Like, what surely can he want us to do? Anyway, I looked underneath, we saw the usual signs of like rust, ingress towards the body. Anyway, as we started taking the wings off, we started noticing that down here, like in the footwells and the bottom of the bulkhead, in the channels, it'd been rusting from the inside out. This car had been sweating somewhere. A very low miles car. I think it'd done like 56,000 miles, something like that. The engine was also masking a multitude of sins. Like, one of the big ends had actually been picked up, but being a TD5, it carried on running. I drove it, the engine felt really strong, but when we had it in bits, we noticed these issues and these problems. But now, a local engineering company did all the machining for me. We've gone with a nice new AMC cylinder head, rebuilt the engine, but we've rebuilt the engine with a Mahker twist. So we've given it things like a Turbo Technics turbo, a D-Web manifold, you know, the bits that are inherently issues, if you like, with the TD5s. We've gone with some AliSport upgraded cooling components. We've gone with an live intercooler. So we went with a cooling system that has an electric fan. This system is proven. We had a car in Morocco that ran this cooling system, worked very well in high temperatures, cold temperatures. And you have the ability of altering when you require this in and out via a Revitec controller. Other little mods we've gone with an Optimal screen wash kit there. They're really effective. They cover the screen in water at high pressure, unlike the original washer jet that barely trickles out. We've gone with some Roost Motorsport boost hoses. We've powder cut all the rigid hard pipes, etc. We've gone with an EGR bypass kit, just to basically limit anything that could probably go wrong with this engine. And you'll notice the beautiful paint. So the paint colours come together really well. I'm really happy with that. And in here, it took a lot of head scratching, so we've gone with a beautiful interior. So I can't take the credit for this interior. This is Bot and Trim. You see these guys here? So check them out on Instagram. They're doing some great interiors. That will live like so. This car is going to go headrestless. So nice classic twist. The dashboard is courtesy to Laura, our new upholsterer. She's upstairs squirreling away doing the dashboard, etc. for this car. So today's mission is to bolt this centre bar in. The centre bar lives in here like so, and that will basically stop the rear of these seats falling backwards into the passengers. And then we've gone with a really classic vintage rear seat, very similar to this, in the back. So this is going to have a really nice twist on it. We'll be getting those in later this week. The doors have got to be built up. We've gone to town with things like the silent coating. The customer wants his car to be, you know, a nice quiet interior, as quiet as it can be for a Defender. Get rid of those rattles and clangs if you like, but we've gone with the really niceties of a classic twist, and we've gone with a really nice tweed headlining, so stay tuned for that. So here's a clip of how this car arrived to us. And now, listen to this engine compared to how it arrived. So our customer Alan at Snowdonia approached us I think it was about 6 months ago and said, Dave, listen to my Puma engine. this Puma engine was rattling and making horrible noises. And I was like, that's not great. That's not just an injector relearn or a VCV valve. That's just knackered. Anyway, time served machine. I think it got 100,000 miles out of that Puma, so it's done its day. Ripped it out, and we've put in one of our M57 204 horsepower engines. And just listen to that. It's like a sewing machine, if not better. So we've given him a safe 250 horsepower. It's going to pull him along so he can get his average day jobs done and not sit behind a wagon and struggle. So when the vehicles come into us, guys, we don't just install a BMW engine and be done with it. So I give the car a full 360 inspection. It turned out the rear diff was shot on this car, so we've given him a ATB rear diff, rebuilt the rear axle, new shafts, and you'll notice our Mahker drive flanges. A lot of people have gone, oh, aren't they a bit overkill for a car like this? And I don't judge a book by its cover, guys. This car earns its keep. This car services beehives across Snowdonia and needs to be reliable, needs to last, and the longevity of this conversion was reliable things like galvanised bulkhead brackets, galvanised front radius arms. Yes, they make no difference, but they look the part. The car looks well serviced, and when Alan turns up to a company event or just in the local area, he knows that this car has had the Mahker treatment.
You getting the bruising, Dave?
Yeah, so this is one of my favourite things about Little Hilda. So we've got a coffee grinder, we've got the vital of keeping like your stew warm and that kind of stuff, and we've got the ultimate coffee machine. Check that out. I think this is the most equipped Defender you're going to see. And of course, the Yeti mugs. So I think Yeti should give us a little sponsor, I think. I've got all their gear, just never had anything for free off them. Just a hint.
I think you need to be dressed head to toe in Yeti kit.
Maybe.
Before they start giving you more Yeti
Do
kit.
summer wear.
Maybe.
So yeah, it's going to be a good rig, this.
What's happening, Dave?
So we've been driving around, and this is adjustments that we're making to the tuning setup to basically refine the engine, how it feels, how it behaves, to suit this car's basically weight capabilities, if you like. So what I've basically done is I've taken the file off the car, explained to Gary what, at a live tuning, what requirements and changes are meant to be made, and then he sends me the file back. So, little update on Project Margo. So the seats are in, and we're just going through the little refinements now. As I'm working through these series, I'm always trying to look at how we can improve things. Like, I don't like this rubber strip. To me, it's just naff. But the problem I've got is I'm trying to work with panels that are as older than me. So as we're working through them, we're actually putting into production now is dash panels that we are going to reproduce. So we're making galvanised dash panels because I noticed in the market that you can't buy them. There's one guy that we're going to work with, and we're going to make these, and we're going to make them to a standard that is Mahker standard. So just dash panels that fit right and have the right aesthetics, etc. If that makes sense. So there's little bits that I've just noticed that don't fit right, but I'm going to make them fit right, if that makes sense. Things like, I don't like this gap here. But it's designed to be a left-hand drive, right-hand drive option. But we're giving these cars power steering, Puma steering columns, trying to improve them, make them more user-friendly to the the modern eye and the modern man and woman, if you like. So check out the beautiful antique leather interior. These are super comfortable, and the best bit is we can reproduce them in our in-house trim shop. If it's something that you want, please get in touch. Yeah. So this is Project Beach Beauty. So this project has been ongoing for about a year and a bit now. It's taken a lot of thinking about. So we've gone with huge Icelandic arches because the customer wanted these massive tyres. So if you check out the size of these, look, just so you know, they're a 375 75/18. That equates to like 38 inches of rubber. But these are an oversized rubber. They measure, look, 38.5 inches tall. That's a big tyre. Those of you that know me, this is me next to it, and you get a gist of how big it actually is. So this car has got some super strong axles. We've gone with Ashcroft upgraded 300M shafts, CVs, because this is a Corvette LT4 supercharged out the box engine, coupled to a 6-speed Magnum Tremec T56 gearbox. And if you'll notice, look inside the wheels, we've crammed our 16-inch brake kit in there. There is literally not much room left in that wheel well for much else. So that's our AP 16-inch brakes with our beautiful stage 3 powder coated axles. This car is going to go on air ride. I'll take you to see the tub shortly. The tub is a work of art. That's just come out the paint shop. Really nice bit of kit. So this is a dry sump engine. It's been a headache, but it's getting there. So this is what I meant about the tub being pretty unique. So these are fiberglass, and they were designed originally for like Defender 110s. You've probably seen them on Top Gear. They did like an Icelandic trip, and we had to notch this out around the Puma fuel cap. I don't think they've ever been fitted to a Puma or a late Defender, if you like. So this is fresh out the paint shop. Really impressed with the colour, and it's going to go together over the next few weeks, and these are the front arches, so gives you an idea how really big these things are. So it's a fair old beast. So this 90 here is all the way from Germany. So it came to us about 2 weeks ago. It's an original TD5, and what we've done is gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. Axles off, bushes off, panhard off, everything underneath the car, sandblasted it back to raw. See the next photos. We found this at the back. I'll show you some photos shortly of what we found on the back of the car, and we found lots of rock basically in the bottom of the cross member and the area. So I gave the guys at DDS Metal, British company, they make quality components. So we've had lots of issues with quality. As you know, I try to be as honest as I possibly can be, guys, with products, because everyone emails me, everyone drives me crazy. Things like emails, guys, they think I'm going to give away my secrets for free. But we're a business after all, okay? But I do this channel to help you guys at home, you know, people that can't afford to come in here and use our services. So if you need a cross member, guys, DDS Metal, check them out. They've got a great website, very helpful staff. I ordered this on Wednesday, it arrived the following day. I was amazed by the service from these guys. So galvanized, heavy duty. I think this is 3mm thick. It's quality. Like, it'll really withstand a good knock, or if you bang it with your trailer. And when we fit components, guys, we want them to last. I don't want the customer calling me and saying, Dave, it's rotted out in 6 months. The car is leaving me and it's heading off to the paint shop across the road, and it's basically going to have all the back end, the whole bodywork refreshed, back to OEM colours. So it's going to be a nice sought after restoration. So that's why we put a decent back end on it. Louis has been welding underneath there, made it nice and strong. The tank's going to be going back in after we've colour matched it to the body. So watch this space for a very refreshed Defender. So guys, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate the chaps that are subscribing and supporting us as a brand. If you kindly share this page to your friends and help us grow it, guys, because we're trying to help you to help me. So if there's anything you want us to see or feature, please drop a comment below, and happy viewing, and I'll see you again soon.